Hi everybody, it's your girl Chocolate Beauty. Please subscribe, share, and like this video. Let's get into it. Let's talk real quick about like everything that's going on and like the timeline that things that's taking place. All you people who is living large now, okay? You're living large now. You're spending this money that you're getting, the extra $600 is for 4 months. And you know, I'm hearing that they're changing the timeline on how long they're going to be offering these benefits. It's supposed to be till December 31st, but we don't know. It can change. The administration can't get it together on what they're going to do about this money situation. But I want you to think about this, you guys, honestly. And this is for those of you that can go back to work. If you choose not to go back to work, if your job says, hey, you know, we want you to come back, and then you don't go back because you're making more in unemployment. Now, I'm not talking to the people with pre-existing conditions. And I feel like you have the right to stay out of work for as long as you can, but within reason, okay? I think there's going to be another peak. Let's be honest, there's going to be another peak. And people are going to get sick and people are going to die. I had family that died of coronavirus. I'm saying this with coming from both ends, like with sensitivity. Everybody that lost their job from March, April, and even the people that are going to lose their jobs in May, your unemployment benefits is going to run out by August. So that means that you're going to go without money during the fall and winter months. There's some jobs that's not going to come back. Let's be real. There's some jobs that's not going to come back. It's not going to come back after this global pandemic. Some businesses are done. But for those of you who can work within reason and refuse to go back, you're not thinking about the bigger picture. Because after August, everybody that was laid off in March, April, and even May, maybe September, if you're lucky, maybe September, your unemployment benefits will hold you down. So if you're going to be one of those people who decide not to go back to work, save your money. Don't be reckless with your money. Save as much as you can. Because you know what's going to happen? On July 10th, July the 10th is when they are going to stop protecting you from eviction and foreclosures. So that means at that time, you had 5 months of back pay rent that you had to start paying back immediately. So all that money that you're getting for unemployment, if you haven't been saving that whole time, you're going to be homeless by default. They're saying, oh, it's going to take a couple of months, you know, for you to move out, but a couple of months is winter. If you're not saving your money, and if you're not putting your money towards something, you're going to find yourself homeless, and you're going to find yourself without a job during the winter months, which is literally the worst time to be outside. Which is literally the worst time to be in a shelter. So I need people to use wisdom. All this money that you're getting from unemployment, please put that money away. Pay the bills that you need to pay and put away as much as you can. Don't waste your money on buying unnecessary things you don't need. Don't waste your money on buying takeout all the time. Please, I'm begging y'all. Put your money away. Once you get that check, and if you get the max amount in Pennsylvania, along with the $600, I'm not talking about those of you who are making more than $100,000, $200,000. That $4,800 ain't doing nothing for you. But even with you, you gotta save because you're gonna have to minimize. It is what it is. You're going to have to minimize. And you might have to get a smaller home and work it out until we get out of this thing. But I'm begging y'all, and I'm pleading with y'all, please save your money. Some people are getting more than what they were getting paid when they were working. Save and invest. And if you're a person that's not trusting anything, listen, go and get you a high yielding account. Put your money away and allow that money to gain interest. Don't be wasteful, because it's about to get real for a lot of us. It's going to get real in the fall and the winter. It's going to get real, and it's going to get real scary. So you need to be responsible now. If you're not paying rent, your rent should be put away every month. If you're collecting unemployment, put that money away. Don't live above what you were living before before this whole situation with coronavirus happened. I need y'all to use wisdom when it comes to your money. You only need to be buying food and like anything essential. That's all you need to get for your house. If you have children, buy food. Learn right now to ration. Learn now. Don't wait until your hand is forced for you to ration out your food. Ration out your money. All these protections is going to be removed on July 10th. Y'all need to think about that. So now you got all that back rent, and then you're going to lose your benefits by the beginning of September. So you have back payments and then no future income. What are you going to do? What are y'all going to do? You're going to have to sacrifice and save more now. Save like you've never saved in your life. The picture is already drawn out for us. We know that it's going to go downhill past July 10th. There's people who, you know, granted, they were already on the cusp of getting evicted from their home. This coronavirus saved them from getting evicted. So all that money that you owed before, the government is telling you that we will not protect you from making these repayments. We're not going to tell them that the banks will not charge you anything for this 5 months. No, you're going to have to pay all that back. And then those people that was going through the eviction process before this whole situation happened, you're going to be in front of the line. You're going to be out of your house August 10th because you already were in a situation of being evicted. Those of you who really felt on hard times, and this is nobody's fault. I'm talking about like people who were working, Americans who wasn't in government and didn't know about the situation, because this situation could have been handled a lot better, but it is what it is, and we're in the situation that we're in, and we're just going to have to deal with it and fight through it. So y'all got to really think about what y'all going to do after July 10th. And then September comes, and then it's going to really get rough, because you have to pay all that money back that you owed. Thank God they're not allowing late fees and charges to happen. All that money that you owed, you have to pay back on July 10th. And then you're going to be hit with not being able to collect benefits. So you're left in the fall and winter months to vent for yourself. If your job does not come back, there's not enough food banks to take care of the crisis that we're about to go through. It's going to be a doomsday. There's going to be a day where you're going to have to answer for all these bills. I just got a text message from my student loan telling me, hold on, let me see. As a matter of fact, let me go in here because they texted me like an hour ago. I'm going to tell you what they said. The grace period for loans is through September 30th, 2020. So the loans are longer than the grace period for rent and for the mortgage. But I don't know how it is for gas. I don't know what the rules are for electric. I don't know what the rules are for your other bills. Guess what? There's people right now that don't have no income right now. They don't have unemployment. They don't have They're waiting in line with millions of other people who are just struggling a little bit, but they have some form of income. They're waiting along with them, and they have nothing. Can you imagine what it's going to be like after they get rid of all these benefits? It's going to be a lot worse. You have no more protection. There's no more unemployment. There's no more grace periods in between your bills. Now everything is due. Now everything is due at one time. Your rent, your gas, your electric, your car notes, your car insurance, your credit cards, and everybody's going to try to find a way to get their money back. And child, if you owe a student loan, that little bit of money you got in your bank account, if you don't work something out with those student loans, they're going to start taking out money out of your bank account. I tell people all the time, the 3 worst people to owe money to is unemployment, the IRS, and student loans. Those are the 3 worst people to owe money to. Thank God I only had to deal with student loans. Start stacking up. Do like bears do. Even squirrels. Like they start collecting things so they don't have to go out in winter. Use wisdom. Put that money in your bank account. Yeah, you want to go out and you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to go and shop and shop and shop and shop. Listen, that shopping addiction is a very real thing during this global pandemic. In all seriousness, some of y'all need to really take heed to mental health checks. Some of you really need to, this quarantine is really showing a lot of signs of people's mental illness and how bad it is and how they're really struggling. A lot of these shopping addictions is attached to depression or anxiety. You really need to take care of yourself, take care of your bodies, take care of your finances, and guard your mind. Because if you lose your mind during this process, you're going to starve during the winter. When this quarantine thing started happening, I said, even if I lose my job, I'm going to and I collect unemployment. One thing that I will not fall behind on is none of my bills. I pay my bills every month regardless. I'm not letting that catch up with me and then I'm all messed up. And for those of you that are working and taking advantage of this situation where they're acting as if they can't pay their bills, shame on you. Shame on you. Because there are people who are really struggling, or people who take advantage of the situation like this is the very reason why a lot of us do struggle and do suffer. I'm grateful that I had a mom that really just instilled in me in saving and investing and putting my money away and doing this and doing that to just make sure that if something happens, I will have something for a rainy day. Because what is it? 90% of Americans can't find $300 during an emergency. And we're living in that now. If you think about it, 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, some people, granted 4, went bankrupt. Why? When you were financially stable a month ago. So you mean to tell me that you didn't have enough wisdom or thought to really think about what's going to happen tomorrow and you went bankrupt in a month? Now, I'm not talking to those people who live paycheck to paycheck. I'm not talking about y'all. So don't get offended by this. But I'm talking about those who live fairly good and decent. And y'all went broke in a month. Y'all needed help from the government in a month. That's not good. And that really shows you what's going to happen in the future. It's showing you that in September, it's going to be March all over again. Hell is going to freeze over by October. So y'all need to be smart now for tomorrow. Because this pandemic is showing us that just because we live in a country that offers a lot of milk and honey For those of you who weren't born here, this land is a land of milk and honey. Trust me when I say that. As a foreigner myself, trust me. Trust me. This is a country that has so much more to offer, but it really goes to show you something as simple and as complicated as a thing that shows up as a flu and then ends in pneumonia, that they can't treat, can really devastate and rock a whole country. We're all in a transition, and we just need to work with each other, and we just have to be smarter, and we have to be more thoughtful of others. Be kind to one another. And we're all going through this global crisis together. Let's help our neighbors. Let's help the people, not only people that we love, put into organizations that really, that's going to help somebody. I know for a fact that my church is going to give towards people in the community. They've been doing it. They've been sending emails to organize things, to do food drives and to give out food and to go to people's homes that family members may be going through the virus, to drop off food and all that other stuff. All right, you guys, be safe. Help each other, help your neighbor, love one another. God bless.